Hello, everybody. Welcome back to HarborPod, Episode 5. This is a place where we talk about healing, journeys through addiction and recovery. And today I have a guest with me that's going to share a resource that's available to, is it just the state of Ohio, or are you guys?
We're all the way up to Maine, and the area that I'm in is Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia.
Okay, so today we have Bernard Slater with us, and I'm familiar with the name Bernard because we both went through the same treatment facility. Bernard, what facility did you go through?
Recovery Point of Huntington. I'm the class of 2017.
Okay, and I went through Recovery Point Parkersburg. So you said 2017?
Yeah, 2017.
So let's go back to that time. What led up to you entering into treatment?
Well, at the time, I was a Charleston City Councilman who got a lot of bad headlines. I was using, and on Valentine's Day, my cousin, the day before Valentine's Day, he had actually gave his dad some dope on a plate, and his dad took it into the back bedroom and set it down, and there was a lady named Melody Oxley that was with him at the time, and they had been doing benzos all day, and they done the heroin on the plate, and the next morning when they woke up, Melody was dead. They came and seized my cousin's phone, and they found incriminating text messages between the two of us, and they tied me to what they called a murder. They said that it was murder because my cousin supposedly gave fentanyl and heroin to a woman.
Ultimately leading to her death.
Absolutely, yes. So they tried to tie me to that and say that I was trafficking drugs into Charleston. They put it all over the news, and they put it all over the headlines of the newspaper. At that time, I really didn't care. I was still using, and it just got worse. It escalated to me getting another DUI while I was in office. And then, I got on meth, and meth made me very crazy. And there was an incident where I was digging through local residents' trash in Charleston looking for treasures. That was the most embarrassing thing to me. I was a public servant who was on the recycling and trash committee at the time. I shouldn't have been out digging in people's dumpsters. But that's the only thing that really humbled me right there was getting caught digging in people's trash. And it wasn't long after that, about 2 weeks, I hid out in the house because Bob Aaron from the news was knocking on my door wanting to talk to me and do interviews. And I hid out for a little bit. And then about 2 or 3 weeks later, I went to Recovery Point. I called my dad. I told him I was done using. My mom still wouldn't talk to me at the time until I went to treatment and was there for a little bit. But my dad stopped and bought me some underwear and something to eat because I hadn't eaten in days, and dropped me off at Recovery Point in Huntington. I didn't know if I'd stay, and about 2 weeks after being there, I resigned from office and admitted that I had a problem. The news came and wanted to do an interview with me, so I done it. And I just told them, basically I was sorry, and I let the people of Charleston down, and I needed help. And that's what I did for the next year and a half. I focused on myself. It took me about 7.5 months to get through the program. And I went into the peer mentor's office for 3 months. Then at that time, we were allowed to go into the Phase 2 house as well. So after the office, I went into the Phase 2 house and saved up some money while I was working for Recovery Point in the administrative office. And Matt Boggs gave me a job straight out of treatment. And I'll be forever grateful for that opportunity as well. But that's what led up to me going into treatment.
Can you identify what was pushing you to use substances at that time in your life?
I don't know. I liked it. No, really. Probably a lot of stuff that I seen as a child that made me think that kind of lifestyle was normal. I grew up with a family of drug dealers, and my grandmother even sold drugs. My grandmother, she sold 1250 bags.
What?
Yeah, 1250 bags, and it's notorious in Charleston. Everybody that knew my grandma, it was a joke, but she would take a $25 bag. She would make all of her bags up, and then if you wanted something less, she would rip it in half. And if you didn't have the extra 250 for the dime, then you couldn't get it.
Man. So your childhood, you said you grew up around the environment of people doing this type of behavior.
Yeah. My first drug was alcohol as a kid. I remember Dad used to have poker games at the house, and my uncles and stuff, and they would let me run to the refrigerator and get them a beer, and for every one that I went and got them, I got to crack it open to take the first drink. Then, as a kid, I went to the beach, and my parents let my uncles, who were teenagers at the time, watch me. And they got me drunk and had me making obscene gestures off the balcony to women.
Almost making you feel like you were important. You're getting the attention, right, from everybody in the family. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, that makes sense. But, my dad was a big pot dealer. And I remember when I was about 5 years old, the DEA kicking in our door and seizing like trash bags full of weed, stacks of money they were counting. Like, I've never seen that, still to this day, that much money that they were counting that day. I think it was $80,000 in cash that he got caught with. And this was back in the 80s, about 88. So
that's before all the hardcore drugs came along. Well, I mean, there was some back then, but now you got stuff you do it once you're dead. So
absolutely. And drugs aren't the same as what they used to be. You don't know what you're getting these days.
All right. Everything's laced with something, I feel like. So let's go back to Recovery Point. What did you learn from that program, or give us a little insight of what that program, how it changed you?
It gave me structure. It gave me discipline. It taught me how to be an adult and a better human being. All the tools that I have, I can thank that place. They've gave me freedom and broke those chains that I was confined to for so long.
It's not an easy program. I've done it multiple times myself. I went through the Parkersburg one. I tried the Huntington one. It was just a whole different ballgame up there.
Oh, yeah. Politics play a big role in it, too, when you get to that community.
Yep.
And I had a little prior experience in the political field, so I went in there firing off at guys, giving them all words.
I did that, too. I pulled 43 numbers in phase. So,
wow.
Yeah.
When I got out of the Recovery Point, I had about 2 books that full.
It helped. It's very helpful. So let's talk about after Recovery Point. Was it the only rehab you ever had to go to?
No, I went to a Darryl Strawberry Hospital back in 2014. It was a religious program in Longview, Texas. I went there, and then I came back and got the bright idea to run for office.
And this is after Recovery Point?
No, this was before. Yeah. About 2014, 2015. Yeah.
So you tried getting help and then came back sober, ran for office.
Yeah, I got back around my people. And unfortunately, drugs are a part of that story.
Yeah. So what do you do now?
I am a partner success manager for PursueCare.
Let's talk about that. So what does PursueCare offer to the community?
PursueCare is a virtual clinic We started off as a MAT clinic about 6.5 years ago.
What is MAT for the people out there that don't know?
Medically assisted treatment for opiate addiction. Some forms are Suboxone, Vivitrol, Sublocade, drugs like that, Brixadi.
Okay. And I've noticed that the facilities around here that offer MAT, you have to go in, you have to see a counselor, you have to get your time, you have to drug test and all that. What makes PursueCare different than just the normal MAT clinic?
PursueCare is very discreet, and it is HIPAA compliant, and it's all through an app on your phone, a tablet, or a computer. You're going to get your counseling and therapy. You're going to get to see the doctor. And we also do mental health medication as well. So we're doing the psych drugs, so you won't have to go see a different doctor. If you're being treated for anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, bipolar disorder, things of that nature, you're going to get comprehensive care, all from the touch of your phone. And we operate an FDA-certified addictions pharmacy in Huntington, West Virginia, where we overnight all medication to you. It's mailed right to you overnight, and you just have to have somebody there to sign for it or be there to sign for it.
I feel like this would be very beneficial to rural areas, people maybe that aren't, they don't have the luxury of driving into town or something like that, that they have a mobile phone. Most people have mobile phones nowadays. But a lot of people in recovery, they struggle with transportation.
Absolutely, especially on, in the earliest stages of recovery. I'm a person that had to jump through hoops to get my license back. It took me, good Lord, thousands of dollars later and so many fines, but I finally got them back. And, yeah. I forget what the question was.
It was just that people struggle with transportation.
Yeah, PursueCare is kind of tailor-made for people who face transportation barriers. We are, as long as someone has internet access, a phone, a tablet, or a computer, they can see us. And we're doing Hep C treatment, I forgot to mention earlier. We're doing a lot of Hep C treatment virtually. It takes 12 weeks. And you just see the doctor from the app. You get the medicine overnighted to you, and you take your medicine and see the doctor, and in 12 weeks, you're completely cured.
For those of you who don't know, now hepatitis C does have a cure. A few years ago, it didn't. I think you had to, if you were in recovery, you had to have a specific amount of time clean before they would even give you the medication.
Yeah. So now you can go ahead and get that medication at the start of your recovery. You don't have to wait a year.
Okay.
So that is something new. They're not making people wait any longer.
And I know out-of-pocket expense for that medication is
it's astronomical.
Outrageous. Yeah, it's outrageous.
And not only are we doing the Hep C treatment, we're treating all STIs, and it's just as simple as blood work.
And how would they go about getting blood work and all that being virtual?
Well, they go to their closest lab. Of course, the places like LabCorp, and they send the labs to us, and we diagnose that way. Okay. We're also doing digital therapeutics. It's called Reset and Reset O. It's hold on. I'm gonna pull something out.
And you mentioned you guys serve 3 different states, or all the way up to Maine. But
the way up to Maine.
You specifically work in the region of West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky.
Yeah. I am, and then I'm in that territory. I was telling you about Reset and Reset O. It's a digital therapeutic platform that has 24/7 recovery coach. You can hit a button and talk to a recovery coach. Also has like different lesson plans that you can do. I like to think of it as homework in between seeing your therapist.
Did you ever use the Chest Health app?
I did, and whenever I'm explaining this app to people, I ask them in West Virginia, I say, hey, have you used the Chest app? Because if they have,
I still use it.
It's similar.
I still use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been at Recovery Point in a long time, but I still use it because the daily check-in, that's really what I do. I'll just open the app, become aware that it's there and all the resources, and they continuously add those resources too. But I try to get it involved at Angels Harbor, and it's just too costly. So I might talk to you about that other program and
Oh yeah,
see if we can
we
get
would
that.
love to bring Reset and Reset-O to Angels Harbor.
Absolutely. We'll talk about that. So if one wanted to get in touch with PursueCare and maybe become a client of that, how would they go about doing that?
It's as easy as downloading the app in the App Store. So look for PursueCare and download the app. And so all you have to do is fill out your profile and answer a couple questions, enter a little bit of information, and hit submit. That'll go to our case managers, and someone will reach out and call you directly. Usually, like right on the hour, like every hour. And our case managers are so great; they are on it, and they go ahead and get the patient set up for that same day appointment, because we're going to see them that same day, and they're going to get medication that same day as well. We send it to the closest pharmacy to them that'll accept Suboxone, and then we get them set up with our FDA-certified addictions pharmacy in Huntington, and all medicine will be overnighted from that point on. So before they run out of medication, their next dose is there waiting on them.
To meet requirements or eligibility for PursueCare, is there any? You have to have a driver's license or anything like that?
You do have to have an ID, and that's not our rule. That is the feds' rule.
Yeah, I just want to maybe get past any barriers that a potential person might face who's watching right now thinking, I want that as part of my recovery, but I'm faced with these obstacles. So what are some of the obstacles that you have seen since you've been at PursueCare that might stand in the way of someone being eligible?
Honestly, nothing. PursueCare is great. We work with people, and if we're not able to take them, we're going to do a warm handoff with another organization, one of our partners, because that's what we do. We partner with other places like Angels Harbor, and that's how we function.
Absolutely. Okay. So is there a website?
PursueCare.com.
Okay. You can check out this website, PursueCare.com. To reach you personally, is there an option for that?
Yeah, my number is 304-761-0528. I'm Bernard.Slater@PursueCare.com. I'm on all social medias, Bernard Slater Jr. And just drop me a line if you ever need help getting into treatment, even if it's not PursueCare. I'd love to talk to you.
For community organizations like Angels Harbor and any other facility that might be watching right now, partnering with you, what does that look like, and how can they get involved in the warm handoff situation with PursueCare?
Yeah, so it all starts with a conversation. So yeah, just get a hold of me or someone like Dan or Corey. We have quite a few people in the area. We have 2 people in Kentucky and 1 in West Virginia, and then we have other people up in the north too as well. Just get a hold of one of us, and then we'll start the process. We'll have a conversation, and if the partnership is right for the both of us, we'll go through with the paperwork. And then from that point on, we can bring in our services. And a lot of the time, those services come with an iPad that the patients can do their appointments on, depending on, what kind of company it is. Like Angels Harbor, that would be a perfect place to put an iPad for patients to do therapy or.
We actually have a telehealth system here.
That's awesome.
Yep. All right, so I always ask this question to everybody that comes on here. So if there's someone out there struggling right now with addiction, what would you tell them?
If I can do it, you can do it too. It's hard, and it's not going to be easy, but you can do it. Just put one foot in front of the other and do what's asked of you. Take suggestions, and change your life. It's doable.
And know that there are resources and tools out there available, Angels Harbor being one of them. And if you want to contact Angels Harbor, we're an all-female facility. We're a 90-day faith-based facility, and you can call us at the number listed at the bottom of the screen. Also, if you're looking for something non-residential and you want to reach out to Bernard for PursueCare, everything is done virtually. You can also contact him at the number at the bottom of the screen or send him an email directly at bernard.slater@pursuecare.com. Yeah. How long did it take you to get familiar with that, PursueCare?
It was a minute.
It's a tongue twister. At PursueCare.com. Is there anything else you'd like to tell our listeners?
I think I went through everything. Make sure I touched on everything. Oh, yeah. We take all insurances, and we have evening availability. We're open until 10 o'clock at night through the week, and we also have weekend hours. We're tailor-made for the working man. They can do their appointments with their doctor on their lunch break from their truck, and they could do their therapy at home,
Sounds amazing. All right, guys, until next time, stay hopeful, stay healing, and stay grounded.
Thank you.